Good, what is today? Wednesday morning. My days are off. Good Wednesday morning. I need you to get out.
It's not Good Friday, it's Good Wednesday.
But it's Good Wednesday. Late start Wednesday. That's good, right? I need you to get out. It looks something like this from yesterday. Week 1. This is week 2, which you're going to get here in a little bit. We're going to go over the week 1 paper. So you can make corrections, write on it. These are great resources for reviewing iLearn. That's what we're doing. It kind of goes over, I think I mentioned it yesterday, it goes over a lot of different skills in this one little paper. Okay? You need a copy, Annie? Pop goes the popcorn is the first one. So we're going to look over that. Which would have been Mondays. Pop goes the popcorn. You had to read an article and find the main idea and some supporting details. Talked about those supporting details yesterday. Hunter, if you need another one, grab it off the counter. Let's talk about the main idea of pop goes the popcorn. What'd you come up with? Main idea. Claire? Yeah, I talked about methods, right, of making popcorn. Did it focus on one method? No, it focused on several different ways that you can make popcorn. So that would be your main idea, the different methods to make popcorn. Then you would have had to go back and find what they give you, 2 supporting details that supports that idea. So what sentences, what details from the story, the author's words, support the fact that this paragraph was in fact about different ways to make popcorn? Nick, give me one.
Microwave and air poppers.
So I'm looking for the words the author said.
The salty treat for making popcorn at home.
So the salty treat for making popcorn at home, is that telling me a method? No, so that detail wouldn't work. And just putting for number 1, if I just wrote next to number 1, microwave and air popper, that's not a detail. Yes, those are words I'm taking, but it's not a detail. I need the whole detail. Jackson? Microwaves and air poppers are both common instruments for cooking a fresh batch of the salty treats. So did you write all that down?
Yeah.
Or did you write it down for just 1 and 2? Did you write all of it down? Because that would be a good one. That whole entire sentence, though, has to get written down.
Yeah.
Okay? Not just parts of it.
When I was reading, I couldn't find the next one.
Oh, all right. What's another one? Riker?
With just the right amount of kernels, oil, and flavoring, that's like how you make popcorn. Like oil
Okay.
and kernels.
I'm trying to see where you're at here.
With just the right amount of kernels, oil, and flavoring.
You're talking about the air popper, right? How to make it with an air popper. Okay, you might have mentioned microwave popcorn often comes pre-packaged, which is then why you would use the microwave. So you could have pulled out those more specific individual details as well. Okay, let's go over to Tuesday. It says look at each image below, then fill in the chart on the left to show a possible cause and the chart on the right to show an effect. So you were kind of making an inference. They didn't give you words to read, right? Okay, you had pictures you were looking at and you're deciding, how did that happen? So are we all going to have the same exact answer? No, we might have something similar, but we might have come up with something a little different. Okay? Alright, so let's look at, I'm going to say that's a fox. It could be a dog. You could have called it something else.
Yeah, that's definitely a fox.
Okay, I would call it a fox. So tell me what or why did it happen? Let's start with the why. Let's start with the cause. Why did the fox end up looking like that? John? Saw a mud puddle and jumped in, right? So what happened because he saw the mud puddle and jumped in, John? Okay, so he's all muddy. What else is going to happen? What's going to have to happen? Well, it's a fox, so what might a fox do? If it were a dog, but I'm leaning towards that definitely looks like a fox, doesn't it? What's going to have to happen, Riker?
If the fox knows how to swim, he's probably gonna have to go into a river and
Exactly.
like clean himself or like do the little thing that like dogs do. They go,
The shaking. Yeah. So he might find somewhere to jump in and clean off all the mud. Okay, good. Those are good options. Let's go down to the second picture here. I see a picture of a little girl with a tennis ball and a tennis racket. And if I look outside of the window, so I'm gathering information right now. Remember those silhouette heads we did and we wrote down information? I'm gathering this information. I'm looking out the window. I see it's raining pretty good. Dark clouds and a lightning bolt. Let's start with the what happened on this one. What happened, Adam? Yeah, it looks like she wants to go outside and play some tennis, right? But why couldn't she? Maya? Yeah, that storm looks pretty nasty outside that window, doesn't it? Whew. So an unexpected rainstorm has stopped her from going outside. All right. Let's go down to the bottom one. I see a little girl there eating a rather large ice cream cone. So if she eats that whole ice cream cone, what might happen? Hunter, what do you think?
they'll probably fall over and
It does look like it's almost bigger than her, doesn't it? Okay. All right, what else, Nick?
If she eats all that, if she eats it quick, she's gonna have brain freeze.
Yes.
Stomach's gonna hurt.
Oh, yeah. If she eats all that, brain freeze and definitely a tummy ache, right? 3 scoops of ice cream, that looks like quite a bit for a little girl her size. She probably, what, 3, 4 maybe?
Yeah.
That is a lot of ice cream, I would agree. Riker, what do you think?
Well, I have a question for the middle one.
The middle one, okay.
Could you do for the cause like she could not play outside or play tennis, and then for the effect, could we put she was sad because she couldn't go out?
Oh, yeah, you could. Sure.
That's what I put.
Okay. She was sad, so why it happened was she was sad because she couldn't go outside and play, or the effect would be she was sad.
Well, the
And
cause
why
is,
she was sad.
The cause is
Okay.
storming, so she could not play tennis, and then the effect was
She was sad. Yeah, that works. She does look sad.
Yeah.
Definitely. All right, yeah, that one worked too. All right. Let's look at the picture below for Wednesday. It says, what are 2 inferences? So inferences are, remember we talked about their answers. They're things you're coming up with because of information you have from the picture and information that you know. Okay? Inferences aren't necessarily guesses. We keep wanting to use the word guess. We're thinking estimate. We're kind of guessing, making a good guess. Okay? Inferences are a little different. Inferences I can support with details that I see. Okay? So when I look at this picture, I see a lot of boxes. The mantle on the fireplace looks pretty empty. So the boxes in the empty mantle tell me, oh, they're probably just moving in. Looks like they're eating. Looks like a pizza there, right? Okay, so what kind of inferences did I make? Did the picture say, hey, by the way, we're moving? No. How did I gather that information? How did I say, oh, it looks like they just moved in? Brendan, how did I figure that out?
All the boxes, and then they had to use a box to hold their coffee.
Good. Yeah, they don't even have a table, do they? So they're using the box as a table. The mantle, I said the fireplace mantle, that shelf above the fireplace is called a mantle. So it's empty. There's nothing on there. Generally, people put pictures or different things up there, okay?
You see in the background there's still pillows in the boxes.
Oh, yep. That box way in the back, it does show pillows that aren't even unboxed yet. Okay, so I also mentioned that they're, right, it hasn't been unpacked. Okay, we see the pillows in there. They don't have a table. And the part about ordering pizza, they probably don't have even the kitchen stuff unpacked, right? So we're just kind of making guesses, right? But we're using the details, the things we're seeing in these pictures to make those guesses. Any other thoughts about this picture? Kenny?
They probably only have 2 kids, because they had more kids and thought it'd be a bigger picture.
Okay, so it's a family of 4, right? We're going to probably assume those are their children and that it's a family of 4. Okay, Jackson? They are happy, and she's smiling. Why else would you think they would be happy? What do you think might be exciting or happy about this picture? Emmy? Yeah, they moved into a new home. Maybe it's bigger and it's brighter, or it was something they were looking for, right, in a neighborhood that they wanted. So they do look happy, right, excited to be
Even
there.
if it's not
Okay.
like that, it's a new house.
Right,
That
so
might
that's
be
exciting
anyone
enough,
can
right?
figure
All right, Riker?
They could be like excited because they just moved into a new house and they'll have more time spending time, and maybe
Okay.
they have like a good backyard.
Oh, good. Yeah, maybe they're excited about the backyard. We don't know all the details about the house, but yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
they probably don't have their kitchen because most of the, like whenever I move, I've only moved twice, but when I moved into my new house now, we, the first time we got our kitchen set up, my mom made a big like feast, like
Did she?
a turkey and
Oh,
stuff.
wow. Nice. Had a big old feast, huh? Maya?
I was gonna say they're excited because everyone should be excited.
That is true. And it's pizza, so
It was
pizza
probably-
night, it's exciting, you
Probably
moved.
a long day too.
Probably was a long day. All right, let's move over here. It says read the paragraph below and infer to answer the question. So again, we're making some, you might say you're making some assumptions based on what you've read and what you know about these kinds of things. Wyatt, put the iPad away, please. I need you following along on this paper, okay? Let's see. Mom pressed the gas pedal and the engine revved. The car didn't move. As she took her foot off the pedal, the car slowly slid backwards before she tried again. Still, her tires simply spun and the car wouldn't go forward. Mom placed the car in park and started to get out of the car. But just as soon as she did, her feet fell out from under her. So my mind right now is thinking it's probably winter, snowy, ice, right? Those are things that cause this. Okay, we know that, especially living in Indiana. Trying to avoid touching the ice, cold ground. Oh, there's some confirmation, right? Ice, cold ground. She grabbed the car for support, pulling herself back up into the seat. Well, declared Mom, I sure wish they'd call a snow day. I have no idea how we're getting to school today. It says, in your own words, rewrite exactly what is happening in the story. Use colored pencils to underline evidence you used from the text in order to rewrite the story. So what is happening, John? Tell us in your words.
Mom tried to get her kids to school, but the car won't move.
Yeah, car won't move. She's trying to get him to school, but apparently there's a lot of snow and ice, right? It's kind of dangerous, and she's like, this is just not working. Adam? Yeah, she was hoping for a snow day, right? All right, anything else?
That's the first time I've ever heard like a parent say,
Like a
I
parent?
hope it's a snow day for you guys.
She did not want to drive them. All right, on the back, we're looking at Thursday. We're talking about author's purpose here. So we're looking at a picture again, inferring, right? So when we're inferring, again, somebody had messaged me asking, is this what they're doing in that picture? Well, that's kind of up to you. You might look at it and see one thing, and I might look at it and see something a little different, and that's okay, as long as you can provide the evidence and knowledge that that might be what's happening, okay? So I look at this picture and I see kids, right, with an adult, and it looks like they're doing some exercises,
Yoga.
maybe gym class, maybe yoga. Yeah, they've got mats out there, right? I can't tell. It looks like they're inside.
Black and white too.
Yeah, that makes the black and white pictures make it a little difficult to see if it's, because it could be outside, with just a wall behind them. So if I were the author and I wanted to persuade, what would I be persuading you about using this particular picture? Juliana?
To exercise.
Okay, to exercise, right? Why would I want you to exercise? What would be the point of me telling you, you should exercise? What do you think, Juliana?
So then we could stay fit.
Okay, so you can stay fit, right? Makes you healthy, right? Exercising makes you healthy, okay? If I was just trying to inform you, what might I say? Nick?
In this picture, there is a yoga teacher teaching kids yoga.
Okay, but what am I informing them about? That's just telling me what's happening. I can see that. I can see there's an adult telling these kids what to do, whether it's yoga or gym class.
Teaching them how to stretch.
Okay, so here I might be trying to teach you how to stretch, right? Giving you some pointers, telling you some different things you can do. Okay, entertaining. How could we say this picture was entertaining? What kind of caption would you give it if you were entertaining? Ooh. Yeah, entertain. So if I'm writing a story that's entertaining, right? We're having fun, right? Okay, I might be trying to make you laugh or just see the story that's happening. Josh, what do you think?
He's entertaining them by like.
Not how is the man entertaining. The author is using this picture to entertain you. So I don't want to know what's happening in the picture. I want to know how the author's using it to persuade, inform, or entertain. What do you think, Riker?
He's trying to entertain you, like he might know your like eyes, like visual. He might think that you think that it's fun and you're gonna go do it because you think it's entertaining to do.
Okay.
You'll think it's fun
So
for a picture.
think about a story. Think about stories you've read. Okay, like what Dog Man seems to be a popular one. Captain Underpants, right? Those are all entertaining. Okay, and there are pictures in there. There are not necessarily pictures like this with real people doing things. So if this were in a story, a chapter book, okay, let's think about that.
Chapter books have pictures.
What could be happening in this story that was entertaining? Nick?
Or if it's an entertaining story, it could say Billy was at his yoga class.
Okay.
And he was having a lot of fun.
There we go. Here we see Billy at yoga having lots of fun. Okay, here we see kids stretching, getting ready for a big race. They're excited, they can't wait. Okay, that would be an entertaining story. So that's what they were looking for. Not telling me what's happening in the picture. Okay, take what you see, how would it persuade, inform, or entertain? Okay, we'll see more of these pictures as we continue through these papers. Yes?
Why are we doing Thursdays and Fridays?
Because we did the whole paper yesterday because you're in a whole nother one today.
Oh.
So let's look at Friday. We're comparing and contrasting, so we're seeing similarities and differences in the children below, right? They describe their family holiday traditions. We're reading each one and writing a short paragraph comparing and contrasting them. So we have Emily, Landon, and her name was cut off on mine. Tanya? I see a T-A-N. All right. So tell me some similarities and differences between those three children and their holiday traditions. Maya?
Emily and Landon help people while Hannah takes information. They all eat sweets and watch movies.
Okay, good. So they all watch holiday movies, they eat sweets. Emily and Landon do service projects. Tanya, we said, takes family vacations. All right. I think that summarizes them pretty good there. Anybody want to add anything? No? All right. So you had the bonus down there. I'm not super worried about completing the bonus ones. It's the Monday through Fridays that I'm looking for. This one you were taking some pictures and making a story using pictures. You guys have seen those, right? Where you have some words, then you have a picture that represents the word. So here they wanted you to use the butterfly, the ladybug, the bird, and the umbrella. So if I said one rainy day I needed an umbrella, instead of the word umbrella, I would have used the picture for it. Okay? As I was walking along, I spotted a bluebird. I would use the picture for the bird. Okay, my walk continued. I found some beautiful flowers, and there was this ladybug, but I'd have the picture of the ladybug. Okay? Soon I walked into a whole bunch of, I don't know what you call a bunch of butterflies. You know, like a bushel of apples, or right, like a school of fish. Is it a school of butterflies? A herd of butterflies? I'm not sure. So I walked into a herd of butterflies, and I would have the butterfly picture. Okay? Let's see if we can share a story or two. Go ahead, Riker.
Well, I have another thing for Friday.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Emily baked cookies.
Oh, somebody did bake cookies. Yes, you're right. Emily bakes cookies, right? She makes some homemade goodies. Okay, that was part of their tradition. Kenny?
I've noticed that on the Friday. Emily gives gifts, but neither Landon or Tanya give gifts.
Okay, so one gives gifts and some of them don't. All right, so you can hold on to that paper. I don't need it. I'm not collecting it. I will take a grade on one of these eventually, but I'm not taking a grade on today's. Or that one. Today's, so I'm going to clarify here. You need to make sure you do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Okay, you're going to do all of those. If you're up to try the bonus, that's up to you. We're using Morse code, and you're writing a secret message. Okay, if you do attempt the bonus and you write a secret message, you could always post your secret message on Schoology updates for somebody to try to figure out. Remember, school appropriate messages.
No
Okay.
one will figure out.
And we will go over this one again tomorrow until we kind of get into the hang of how we're supposed to think and answer these different questions, because it's a little different and we're skipping around and doing lots of different skills. So on this one you have main idea Monday, fact and opinion Tuesday, and inferencing there again on Wednesday, which that'll be an important one. Okay. Thursday you'll be practicing the context clues. What are context clues? We talk about those, especially for social studies when we're working with vocab words. What are they, Nick?
They're like clues from the text or stuff.
They are clues from the text that help us do what?
Like summarize, but not summarize.
Not summarize. So think vocab words, context clues, clues to help us do what, Adam? Right. Not the main idea. Figure out what you wanna. Right. Help us figure out what a word means.
And we can study.
Okay, it could help you study. Context clues are used to help you figure out what a word you may not know means. Okay, Wyatt, put it away, please. Sequencing, that's putting things in order, right? Okay, so you're filling in some blanks there on Friday. When you're finishing the story, it just needs to make sure it makes sense. Back to fact and opinion. What's a fact? John?
A fact is like something, not an opinion. It's not.
What can I do with a fact that I can't do with an opinion? It could be true, right? I could give you a false fact, but you could check and make sure, right? So facts can be true or false, okay? We can look it up. So that's how we know something is a fact. If I can go ask an expert, or if I can look it up in a book, or even on nowadays the internet, right? I can, but keep in mind, not all internet resources are truthful. Okay,
Fake
so
news
you
like
might have to
Wikipedia.
find it in several places before you can say, ah, that is definitely a true fact.
Hate Wikipedia.
Okay, what's an opinion? What's an opinion? Brendan? I wouldn't say you made it up. I mean, you could look at it that way, but there's a little more to it than that. Claire? Yeah, it's what you think or feel, right? How you think or feel about something. Okay, favorite colors. You have a favorite color. Somebody has probably a different one. You have favorite holidays. So favorites, that's a lot of opinions, isn't it? Okay? You can feel one way about something and somebody else can have a completely different thought or feeling about it. All right, Riker.
I'm kind of going against Brendan, but like opinion doesn't have to be like what Brendan said. Like I think, in my opinion, Julio Jones is a top 5 wide receiver, and I have people that would also think that, like Kenny.
You could, but it would still be an opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I see, like, so Brendan's saying, like, you made that up and that's your opinion, right? That's what you think, that's how you feel. That's what he was meaning by made it up.
But it's not made up because Julio Jones is.
And you might have proof showing he is, right? But it's still an opinion, okay? All right, so you're going to work on that today. Front and back, bonus is up to you. You also need to take some time today to read the Get Lost Puzzle of Mazes. I can never remember the name of that story. But the maze story. Okay, we have a test on Friday. We're going to look at that story again tomorrow, do a little reviewing so we can be ready for the test. Okay, so this paper, we'll go over it tomorrow. Refresh that story, that Get Lost story, so we can review that tomorrow. And that is it for reading today.